you.
Right, and Tor is from Barrett Value Center, and he is currently the network director over there. All right. So once again, welcome.
Thank you.
Right, Tor, I'd like to start off by asking you about the great work they have done in terms of national values assessment for, I understand that we've done it for many countries.
Yeah, more than 25.
Right, and in year 2012, Singapore did our own MVA study as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you share with us a bit more of what is this MVA study all about?
National Values Assessment is the abbreviation of NBA. National Values Assessment is about looking at the values that a nation is holding from a personal, from a organizational context, what you have and what you would like to have, and from a national perspective, what you have and what you would like to have. So it's then comparing those values, your personal values, what you have and what you would like to have. And by that you get a picture of what's going on, what are the energies, what are the motivation, and what are the needs of the people that lives in this nation. But also what's holding you back, if there are things that are at play, so to speak, in the nation, holding the people back to feel the free the full potential.
So why would countries want to invest in studies like this? And if you could share maybe a country that has really embarked on this, how have they benefited from this?
Well, how can the country benefit? It's one way I would say is that you get this understanding of what's going on beneath the surface. You can see what's going on because as we look upon it, assessment of values is a reflection of what you think is important. It's a reflection of your needs, and it's a reflection of the culture in that particular group of people, and a nation in this case. So a nation then would benefit, if you are a politician, for example, you would benefit from knowing what is the important things for your people that lives in that country. If you are in a business situation, you would know what is the general opinion about what is important when at work, and so on. And it gives you an understanding of what are the needs and also how can I actually better understand. But that's one way of looking at it, and that's more of a picture way. The other way I would say that you would benefit is that, okay, this gives us a place for us to start a conversation about what is important for us, what you have or what you would like to have. And then you have to then understand, let's say that you're asking for, I don't have a good word, but say that you ask for peace. What does peace mean for the group of people that are in that nation? Or if you take something that we call limiting value, if you have bureaucracy, or if you have hierarchy or power or those type of words, you can then work with those words in focus groups to understand what that means in order to better understand how you can handle and meet those needs.
So have a dialogue along those words, right?
Yeah, I think it's very important to underline that our tools,
right.
When we measure values, these are based for dialogue.
Right.
It's not the base for you can do some analysis, but the real useful part comes when you start to play it back to the people who are choosing the value.
Okay, good. And I understand that in Sweden, this is the 6th year that they are conducting this.
It will be the 7th year. We have done 6 years in Sweden, and the reason when we started, we said this will take some time for us to get it spread around. Apart from Singapore, Sweden is quite spread out country, with a couple of cities, but it's only 9 million people living there. Still, we thought it would take some time before it's accepted and understood, and we started to realize that after a couple of years that people are recognize this as a source for information. But now we also have enough evidence of information saying that this is a valid, true picture of the values of the people that lives in Sweden, right. But also a picture of what's going on in this part of the world in Sweden, because there's a true reflection of when we had the downturn, which caused a lot of turbulence in the country, and that is reflected in the values that were selected. And then you can see very clearly that we are choosing so-called antidote values that would try to take care of the dysfunctionality in the nation coming up in those times. Now it's starting to even up a little bit, and we are getting back to the more, I wouldn't say normal as it was before, but a more stable stage. So today, I would say that we are in a stage where people are asking for it. They want to look at it, and more politicians, more municipalities and governmental bodies are looking at this material as a source for understanding what's going on.